Welcome to another episode and video on my Raspberry Pi 2. On it is stacked serial Pi Plus with a connection to a serial cable RS232. Connected to the serial, not to the serial but to the Raspberry Pi itself, is an HDMI connector which is connected to a normal monitor, which I usually don't use because it is quite low resolution in this case. Last time I had a big problem with the serial connector, or more appropriate the serial interface, which seemed not to work. After recording I found out that it was it had certainly changed to a different connection number, but now everything is working again. So apart from the mentioned serial connector and HDMI connector for the monitor, I also have a network connector for virtual network computing, and the band cable to this breadboard with electronics and some fischertechnik, which is currently not working yet. The problem is that, and I ended with that last time, that I currently am unable to include messages and use them. The messages that take care of addressing this LED, addressing this LED, and reading from the phototransistor, as well as, well, addressing this motor. Well, there's no propeller attached right now, but under Python it worked, but because of problems with using the custom messages, only one works. I decided to go to C++, and there I find other problems, and the last one of those being, as said, using the messages. They have to be included, and then I touched the subject, the problem that I met with right at the end of last video, which is the needed files are there, but somehow the compiler thinks they're not. Sounds familiar, very familiar, but different. Anyway, let's see how I can improve things in this case. You never know. Alright, so last time, as I said, I didn't have the serial monitor available because I was trying to use USB 0, and for some unknown reason I had to use 1 suddenly, while it is exactly the same connector as I used before. So pretty odd, but anyway, now it works again nicely. So this is the breadboard again, with GPIO, well, yeah, connected to GPIO, fischertechnik stuff, the publisher and the subscriber code, and yeah, then what? Well, basically in the subscriber include the path, and yeah, I did something else last time as well. So okay, for some more explanation, if you haven't watched the other videos, two VNC terminals, actually webcam for view here at the breadboard, and on the right side two source codes, and on the left I start and search for things. In this case I need to show the RaspberryPi new, and it has an include directory. So also messages, and what I did last time was within the messages directory, the old RaspberryPi message I renamed to RaspberryPi new, and that's all I did, because for the rest it is exactly the same. Well, except for header, because it seems to need to have a header, but I'm not quite sure. Alright, let's look at include, no, not ls, RaspberryPi new, very good. And there a header file, but the header file, oh, then I should of course use LESS to show the content, which is empty, because there's nothing to show. And while doing that, I need to make, and there it came, also there it went bad, so let's see if it still goes bad. I expect it to go bad, yes, because here there is no such file directory. Well, I can tell you there is. So that is something very odd. Why does it show? Why does it do? Mysteries all over, but how to solve them? That is the big question. And then I realize, by means of another tutorial, that I forgot two things. First thing, this is a rather new package. Well, I created it, but I have to add a message file, in this case RaspberryPi new message. That also means that should I want to use all the other messages, I have to add them as well. And yes, this is exactly like the Python version, although this particular file has nothing to do with Python. It has everything to do with ROS, the robot operating system, which I'm using right now, or trying to use anyway. So then I have to add all these three lines, so add dependencies has to be there as well. And right, oh, and let's quit this one. So let's do another try in catkin make. See whatever comes to it. If anything, of course. RaspberryPi new is mentioned right here. So now it says RaspberryPi message, and this goes too fast, so I will wait for it to end. Fatal error. Header file not found. Alright, but what was the former problem? CMake warning. Oh wait, I will have to go here. Line 201, which is right there. Error on non-existent dependency in dependencies. Alright, so I figure that I remove it, and then probably here as well. Yes, alright, I will remove it for now. So those have been removed, but I still have the problem with the header file not being there somehow, while when I, no, not here, here, while I am at it, and I am going to include RaspberryPi new, and there it is. At least the file name is there, no content, but it can't. It says it isn't even there. So how did I put it in here? RaspberryPi new. Oh, right. But then again, if I look at standard message, so let me go there, new window. I am going to opt ROS, yeah, include, then standard message. Alright, so I'm going into this directory. Now what is in that directory? A header file. Aha, wait. So I have something wrong here after all, because it is just like this says, inside this directory, which is inside the include directory, I have all these files. Now wait a second, not to hasty conclusion. This is the package, this is the include, this is the file within the directory include, same as here. What is inside this directory? RaspberryPi new.h, which is in fact exactly the structure that I have here. Alright, now let's see. Okay, so basically the header file is generated from the message file. Aha. So what I should do is actually remove the header file. Oh, remove the header file. Okay, no header file anymore. it is created for me by. So then, if so, I try again. And I doubt that this will give a working situation. It should, but it probably will not. Nope, it won't. That means that I will search for the reason that a header file is not being created from a message file, because otherwise it would work. Alright, going back to the tutorial, I need to add these two to the package XML file and this one to CMake list. So package XML, I added this line as requested and this line as requested. That means that I still have to re-edit CMake list of text and right at the end I have to include this one, which is not without risks in my case because of the earlier errors, but I've got to try something, and if it doesn't work, oh, that's cool. Ah, look at that. There's not build depend. Ah, okay. Yeah, well, they already said in tutorials that you should create a different package for your custom message. And if I now look right here, build depend, then exact depend will go wrong as well. Oops. Why didn't I have this problem with my other old package, RaspberryPi? Because there something similar happened, but not in this way. Which brings me back to which version of the software do I use. I started out back then, many episodes ago, just with one package, RaspberryPi. And package XML looked different then. And if I go back right here, this says XML version 1 but format package format version 2. And in the beginning it was version 1, package format 1. Where did the change happen? Because I think that is for a very big part cause of my current problems. and I'm not even sure I'm going to solve it, because I can't recall from past times that when I used C++ for the first time that I had the same similar problem. And I lost that software, so I can't verify. Many years now. But this is a persisting problem, unfortunately. But one thing is for sure, I have to delete this file or and this one. So at this moment it's not going to work. So either I create a separate package as dependency, which I find quite odd because it's not in the tutorial. Or I start once again all over again. What will it be? And that is a very good question. Not quite sure now. So basically this means that I have, except for a bit of a hardware problem, although is this a problem, I have 3 problems. First, the header file is not being generated. Second, package.html is version 2 instead of 1 and I don't know what I can do about it. 3, the message file seems to be a part of an external third or fourth package, which I don't have created, but it's not in the tutorial, so why does it have to be? And yes, if you compile it and it is not being found, and it has to be created first by compiling, while the compilation goes wrong because it doesn't exist. Okay, you guess what? That's a visual circle. Not going to be right ever. So, how to deal with this? That's a very good question that I can't answer yet. I might erase everything and start over. Who knows? Might also be dependent on the ROS version that I am using. Right now I'm ROS Kinetic, and I'm not quite sure which version is now. Let me just have a look at that. Kinetic is the K, and right now it's ROS Melodic Morinia, the 12th official release, which is, it is supported on Ubuntu, of course, which I'm using as well. And yeah. Oh right, I'm reading that the Kinetic version I'm using is supported on Wiley and Xenial, and that is what I'm using now, I think. No, that's a good one. Which one am I using anyway? Simple command. Oh, I can't find that. Anyway, that is a very interesting question as well. Which ROS version to use anyway? Okay, those questions are for later. I think. Or maybe now, who knows. Too many problems right now. For now, thank you for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel. If you like it, please give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment or suggestion. You can also follow me on Twitter. If so, please retweet, like and leave a comment. Please follow. You can also follow me on Instagram. Please like and leave a comment. If you like these videos, I appreciate if you make a small donation. You can also become a Patreon and have your name mentioned, and more information about that at the start of this video or in the description box under this video. And this is of course going to be continued one way or another. So thanks for watching.